ang topic natin for today is about the tools for sheet metal construction and repair 1. So, as we all know, may specialization yung ating AMT sa structural part. So, yung pinaka-base license natin is yung tinatawag nating aircraft mechanic license or yung aircraft maintenance technology license na may rating na airframe and power plant. Now, on the other hand, meron naman din tayong tinatawag na aircraft maintenance specialist na may mga specific rating. So, one of these specialized training or specialized rating is yung tinatawag nating limited airframe. So, dito sa limited airframe na to is doon nakafocus yung pagiging isang structural technician or structural mechanic. So, kung ano-ano ba yung mga kailangan gamitin ni aircraft structural mechanic or yung ating AMS na limited structures, so madidiscuss natin yun ngayon. So, without modern metalworking tools and machines, the job of the airframe technician would be more difficult and tiresome. And the time required to finish a task would be much greater. So doon pa lang sa pagle-layout and assessment of a particular damage on your airframe would take time. So may mga specialized special tools tayo na ginagamit para ma-prevent yung yung pagiging mahaba ng time frame ng paggagawa. Kasi once na nag-ground si aircraft, nag-ground ang aircraft nyo, kapag sinabing nag-ground, hindi siya nag-ooperate. So, yung magiging effect nun to the airline is mawawalan sila ng profit or tataas yung cost gastos for that aircraft. So these specialized tools and machines help the airframe technician construct and repair sheet metal in a faster, simpler, and better manner than possible in the past. So with the help of your structural repair manual and your special tools and yung tools, so mas mapapabilis yung pag-conduct natin ng action on a particular problem. So powered by the human muscle, electricity, or compressed air. So these tools are used to lay out, cut, mark, sand, or drill sheet metal. So again, lagi nating sinasabi na ang paggamit ng electrical tools is not encouraged kapag sa eroplano. So bakit hindi ini-encourage ang paggamit ng electrical cord or yung mga electrical tool is because na it is fire hazardous or fire hazard yun. So, ang ginagamit natin encouragingly or traditionally or yung pinakaginagamit natin all time is by using tools powered by pneumatic tools or via compressed air. So for the layout tools, so you have the most common used layout tool, which is yung steel rule or yung ruler. So scales are available in various lengths with the 6-inch and 12-inch scales being the most common and affordable. So a scale with fraction on one side and decimal on the other side is very useful. So ang pagbabasa na sa ating ruler or yung rule kapag in metric or in meter is dire-diretso yan. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 and so on. However, kapag dumating na tayo sa point na magbabasa ng inch is mag-iiba yung pagbabasa natin. So nakadepende yon sa scale increment. So regardless kung 1/2, 1/4, 1/16, 1/8, 1/32. So iba-iba yung magiging readings natin for your fraction. So a scale again with fraction on one side and decimal in the other side is very useful, lalo na kapag ang pina-perform ninyong eroplano is for both Boeing and Airbus. So take note again na ang measurement na ginagamit natin kay Boeing is in inches, while si Airbus is ginagamit ay millimeter. Use the graduation thanks to the find of the divider on the compass. So yan, yung graduation natin. Again, nakadepende sa skill rule, kung ano yung magiging actual measurement of particular graduation. So kung tatanungin nyo, pwede bang gumamit ng plastic na ruler sa trabaho or sa mismong maintenance? So the answer is pwede. Pwede naman yan. Although, ang ina-encourage na gamitin is yung mga steel type or yung rules na gawa sa steel. Kasi mas prone to damage or mas mabilis mabasag or masira if you're gonna use plastic-based na rule or ruler. So, mabagsakan niya halimbawa ng tools, mabagsakan niya ng kung anong component or equipment, pasisira na siya. And kapag nasira yan, that could also cause you as an FOD. Magiging FOD yan doon sa workplace mo, foreign object damage. So, kapag naman kay steel rule, yung chances are napakababa na masisira siya. Kasi nga, gawa nga siya sa steel. So you have your combination square. So combination square is consist of a steel scale with 3 heads and can be moved to any position on the scale and locked in a place. So the 3 heads are a stock head that measures 90 and 45-degree angle. A protractor head that can measure in any angle between the head and the blade, and a center head that uses one side of the blade as the bisector of a 90-degree angle. So the center of a shaft can be found by using the center head at the end of the shaft. In the V of the head, inscribe a line along the edge of in the scale. Rotate the head about 90 degrees and scribe another line along the edge of the scale. Two lines will cross at the center of the shaft. So most likely, ang paggamit naman natin ng combination square is very rare since most of the time is ang ginagamit ng isang structural mechanic or airframe mechanic would be more on the rule side. So for the dividers, so dividers are used to transfer a measurement from a device to a scale to determine its value. So you can compare this to a compass. So place the sharp points at the locations from which the measurement is to be taken. So then place the points on the steel machinist scale, but put one on the points on the 1 inch mark and measure from there. And most of the time or some of the time is ginagamit din si divider if gagawa kayo ng circular plate out of scratch. So yun nga, gagamitin niyo siya from point to point based on your scale, and then siya na yung mismo magle-layout across or papunta doon sa ifo-form ninyong sheet metal plate na bilog. So yung mga sheet metal plate na bilog na tinutukoy natin is pwede nyo yung makita sa mga inspection panel ng eroplano. Particularly doon sa mga small aircraft natin, such as yung Cessna 150 natin. Kapag tumingin kayo doon sa ilalim ng eroplano or yung ilalim ng pakpak, makakakita kayo doon ng mga maliliit na bilog. Those are access panel or inspection panel. So may mga time na ginawa na rin sila from scratch kasi medyo napoprone yun sa damage kasi nga inspection panel siya. So kapag bukas sa rayon, yung instances, yung pinaka-hole niya is nagkakaroon na ng damage. So rivet spacer is used to make a quick and accurate rivet pattern layout on a sheet. So on the rivet spacer, there are alignment marks for 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch rivet spacing. So if matatandaan ninyo, last semester during sa layouting ng inyong rivet is may mga terminologies tayong ginamit such as yung edge distance, yung rivet pitch, you have your transverse pitch. So itong mga terms na to is may mga appropriate formulas for you to determine kung ano ba dapat yung tamang measurement or agwat ng rivet to rivet. So it will take more time. Now, to fix that, syempre, ang gagamitin natin doon is si rivet spacer. So itong si rivet spacer, similar purpose, although hindi mo na kailangan mag-compute, ang gagawin mo na lang is to spread out this tool and you will determine kung ano ba dapat yung appropriate number of your rivets on that particular plate. So malalaman mo agad kung ilan number of rivets and yung kanyang distance. Since na ang alignment naman niya is from 1/2 to 2 inch na rivet spacing. Ini-spread out yan. So for the marking tools, you have the pen. So fiber tip pens are the preferred method of marking lines and hole locations directly on aluminum. So because yung graphite number 2 pencil can cause corrosion when used on aluminum. So make the layout on the protective membrane if it's still on the metal or mark directly to the metal with the fiber tip pen. So such as yung Sharpie natin or cover the material with the masking tape and then mark on the tape. So medyo mas mahirap kasi kapag yung sa masking tape or yung tape, paggamit ng tape, since it will take you more time para makapag-layout on that particular plate. So next, you have your scribe. Scribe is a pointed instrument used to mark and score metal to show where it is to be cut. So scribe yan. So a scribe should only be used when marks will be removed by drilling or cutting because it will make scratches that weaken the metal and could cause corrosion. So yun, could cause corrosion. So ang pinaka ginagamitan lang naman natin ng scribe is kapag magle-layout tayo, kapag nakapag-layout na kayo ng plate, and then yung pagbubutasan nyo, yung line between yung pinaka-point na pagbubutasan nyo is mamark nyo ng scribe. Okay? So, yun, at that point, pwede nyo na siyang pagkandakan ng drilling. So, similar to punches, you have two particular types of punch that is being used. You have the center punch and yung ating pin punch. So yung punch are usually made of carbon steel that has been hardened and tempered. So generally, so it is classified as solid or hollow punches. So they are designed according to their intended use. So yun na nga, madami tayong types of punches but ang pinaka-particular na ginagamit natin is yung center and yung pin punch. Center punch, take note, yung center punch, ang pinagagamitan natin dyan is again to score or to mark your plate before drilling. Yung pinaka pagbubutasan para hindi dumulas yung barena ninyo. Or pwede niyo siyang gamitin kapag nagkaroon kayo ng installation ng rivet na mali. So, all you have to do is to mark the head, regardless kung universal head yan or countersunk. Markahan mo yung ulo with i-blow ng rubber mallet or any hammer. Pwede yan. Then, once na nagkaroon ng mark, that's the time na gagamit kayo ng drill bit, bubutasin niyo yung ulo. Pagkabutas niyo ng ulo, is i-chisel nyo. Pag natanggal na yung chisel, i-blow nyo ulit ng rubber mallet or any hammer. Pag natanggal na yung ulo, matitira yung shank. So kapag natira yung shank dun sa mismong plate, that's the time na bubutasin nyo or tutusukin nyo siya ngayon ng pin punch. So a solid punch is a steel rod with various shapes at the end for different uses. So for example, it is used to drive bolts out of holes, loosen, frozen, or tight pins and case, knock out rivets, yung sinasabi natin kanina, pierce holes in a metal. So a hollow punch is a sharp edge and used most often for cutting out blanks. So solid punches may vary both in size, point design, while hollow punches vary in size. So again, another purpose of your pin punch is kapag yung intended hole na binutas nyo, for halimbawa, 1/8, si 1/8 na drill bit, nagbutas ka ng plate, hindi pa rin kasya si 1/8 na rivet, ang gagawin nyo ngayon is to use your pin punch na 1/8 in size. So kapag ipapasok nyo lang yon, then that's the time na papalakihin nyo ng konti yung butas. So pagkatanggal nyo ng pin punch, i-double check nyo kung nag-fit na si rivet. So nibblers. So nibblers are usually powered by compressed air. So nibbler is another tool for cutting sheet metal. So the portable nibbler utilizes high-speed blanking action to cut metal. So to shape of the lower die cuts to small pieces of metal approximately 1 and 16-inch wide. So next is you have your cutting tool, the straight snips. So not to be confused with yung aviation snips natin na color-coded as yellow. So almost the same ang purpose nila. So ang naging case lang dito kay straight snip is hindi siya color-coded. But for the purpose is parehas sila ng purpose for straight cut. Or straight snips or sheet metal shears have straight blades with cutting edge sharpened to an 85-degree angle. So available in size ranging from 6 to 14 inches. So they cut aluminum up to 1/16 of an inch. So straight snips can be used for straight cutting and large curves. But aviation snips are better for cutting circles or arcs. So again, straight snips and aviation snips is may mga intended gauges yan. So hindi porket straight snips and aviation snips, kahit anong aluminum alloy, kahit gano'n siya kakapal, pwede nyo na putulin. So hindi siya ganun. So may mga appropriate sizes yan, intended for appropriate gauges. Yung gauges natin is yung kapal ng inyong plate. So aviation snips are used to cut holes, curve parts, round patches, and doublers. So yung doubler nyo, yung sinasabi nating a metal placed under the part to make it stiffer. Kapag nagkaroon ng damage yung isang skin ng aircraft, hindi natin agad papalitan yung buong assembly. But rather, as i-assess natin kung yung extent ng damage, kapag naman hindi masyadong malaki yung extent ng damage, ang gagawin nyo doon is to use doubler. So, yung doubler na yon is bubutasin nyo yung nasirang part in a square or circular motion then i-soften niyo yung edges, then tsaka niyo siya a-applyan ng doubler. Yung doubler is yung patching, parang pang-patch ang style niya. So aviation snips have color coding to identify the direction of the cut. So again, you have your yellow, for straight. You have your green to right. You have your red to left. Left, left cut. Yellow, green, and red. So yun yung mga cut directions of your aviation snip. So files is an important but often overlooked tool that is used to shape metal by cutting and abrasion. So kapag kayo nag-cut or nag-assess ng isang plate and yung gitna is bubutasin ninyo, so yung tendency nun kapag hindi siya na-file na maayos is magiging rough yung edges niya. So para ma-correct yun or para ma-soften yung edges na yon is we are using different type of files intended for that particular job. So files have 5 distinct properties. So you have the length, the contour, the form and cross-section, the kind of teeth, and the fineness of the teeth. Yung fineness, yung pinakatinitingnan natin dyan. So hindi natin masyado kailangan yung masyado matalim since ang pinaka-primary purpose of your files is to smoothen yung edges or yung pinaka-plate na may rough portion. So you have your burring tool. So yung burring tool natin is used to remove burr. Parang yung tinatawag nating deburring tool o deburring tool from an edge of a sheet or to deburr a hole. So ito yung pinaka-intended tool pero yung alternative natin is yung drill bit. So again, yung burr na tinatawag natin is ito yung mga metal residue na nakikita natin sa likod ng plate after drilling out. Kapag after yung butasan, yung inyong plate, makakakita kayo sa likod ng mga metal residue or particles na nakakabit pa rin doon sa butas. So kapag hindi mo yun natanggal at nasa gitna siya ng plate 1 and plate 2, ang tendency nun is hindi talaga maglalak yung dalawa. Magkakaroon ng gap between plate 1 and plate 2 for that particular area. So para ma-prevent yun, gumagamit tayo ng deburring tool katulad ng drill bit or itong actual tool na to. So parang pinaka-primary purpose niya is to remove that and to smoothen yung surface nung part na yun. Squaring shear provides the airframe technician with a convenient means of cutting and squaring sheet metal. So if pangmalakihang plate na ang usapan natin, ang pagkat, so you don't have to use ovation snips or straight snips kasi mas matagal. So you can use squaring shear or yung tinatawag natin guillotine shear for that particular purpose. So it is available as manual, hydraulic, or pneumatic model. So this shear consists of a stationary lower blade attached to a bed of a movable upper blade attached to a cross head. So meron tayong instances nga, meron sa baba, may pedal dito sa baba ni guillotine shear or ni shear, and then dito may ilalagay yung plate. Kapag inapakan mo yung plate, ay bang inapakan mo yung pedal, yung guillotine niya or yung blade niya mismo rito is babagsak. And that's the time na makakat yung inyong plate. Dito, may reference point dito sa loob or dito, makikita nyo dyan, may reference point dyan kung saan doon nyo ilalapat yung marking kung saan dapat siya maputol. So drill bits, and riveting paraphernalia. So uulitin natin, sinabi natin kanina that using electrical based tool, yung mga electrical cord based na drill is not encouraged to use sa actual aircraft kasi nga it is fire hazardous. So these drills is a tool primarily used for making round holes or driving fastener. So it is fitted with a bit, either a drill or driver depending on the application. So secured by a chuck or yung tinatawag nating chuck key, yung susi. So dito yon. Minsan inihigpitan mo yan para, or nandito nakalagay yan, para masecure nyo na hindi luluwag or maaalis yung drill bit. So some power drills are also include a hammer function. So drills vary widely in speed, power, and size. So may mga particular purposes din yan. So may mga steel, may mga drill tayo na particularly intended for heavy purposes, and then may mga iba na pang aluminum lang. Same goes apply sa paggamit ng or selection ng drill bit. Ang drill bit natin may intended para sa may intended para sa kahoy, may intended para sa bakal, may intended para sa semento. And kailangan nun, may katulong yun na kay electric drill or yung pneumatic drill nyo para ma-determine kung gaano kalakas yung pag-apply ng force para mabutas yung particular area na bubutasin ninyo. So they are characteristically corded electrically driven devices with hand-operated types dramatically decreasing in popularity and cordless battery-powered ones proliferating. The most common form of corded drill is the piston grip. So a specialty form of a right angle drill used to drill a tight spaces. So power in corded drill is typically supplied by a universal motor used for its high power to weight ratio. So another type of drill, ito pwede naman itong gamitin. A cordless drill is an electric drill which uses rechargeable batteries. So these drills are available with similar features to an AC main power drill. So pinagkaiba lang nila, AC yung isa, ito DC. So these are the most common type of drill kasi nga handy siya. They are available in the hammer drill configuration and most have a clutch which aids in driving screws into various substrates while not damaging them. Also available are angle drill which allows a worker to drive screw in a tight space. Okay, so ang pinaka pagkakaiba between your pneumatic drill gun, take note, pneumatic drill gun and yung ating electrically powered drill gun. So kapag niran or pinaandar mo si electric drill gun, ang tendency nun pag binitawan mo yung pistol or yung grip or yung gatilyo, ang ikot pa rin ni electric drill gun is nandun pa rin. May auto rotation pa rin siya na iiwan. Compared kay pneumatic na kapag binitawan mo yung grip or yung gatilyo ni pneumatic drill gun is that tigil din siya. Since ang nagsusupply sa kanya is hangin. So next is you have your drill press. So drill press, also called is a boring machine. So a boring wooden drills for winding, barbed wire. A drill press, also known as a pedestal drill, pillar drill, or bench drill, is a style of drill that may be mounted on a stand or bolted on a floor or workbench. So ito yung mga pang pira-piraso or pang malalakihan or pang makakapalang drill purposes or pang mabigatang gauges ng plate. Yung mga hindi kakayanin butasin ni electric drill and pneumatic drill. Mas malaki, mas mataas ang RPM, mas malakas. And next, you have your drill. Again, you have your rivet gun, also known as the pneumatic hammer. Is a tool used to drive rivet. So ito yung nakikita nyo dati, last time. So ito yung ginagamit nyo para makapag-drive ng rivet along with your backing bar and yung inyong rivet set. So the rivet gun is used on rivet's factory head. The head present before riveting takes place. Ito yung rivet set, yung rivet set natin. A backing bar is used to support the tail of the rivet. The energy from the hammer in the rivet gun drives the work and the rivet against the backing bar. So as a result, the tail of the rivet is compressed and work hardened. So yung pinaka-finalized product na na-compress na tail is yung tinatawag nating back tail. At the same time, the work is tightly drawn together and retained between the rivet head and flattened tail. So yun yung tinatawag natin ulit kapag shop head ang term na ginamit natin for your back tail, vice versa niya is factory head. Kapag naman rivet head ang ginamit natin, back tail ang term na gagamitin natin. So nearly all rivet guns are pneumatically powered. So personally, ako wala pa ako na-encounter na electrically powered na rivet gun. So those rivet guns are used to drive rivets in structural steel and quite large, while those used in aircraft assembly and are at least held in one hand. So a rivet gun differs from an air hammer in the precision of the driving force. So ang ating rivet gun, take note, yung pinakamadalas na ginagamit natin is yung 3X. So yung 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, yun yung nagde-determine kung gaano kalakas yung impact or kung gaano kalakas yung force na binibigay niya doon kay rivet. So with the help of regulator, ayan, makikita nyo. Teka, ba na to? With the help of your regulator, ito regulator yan. So yan yung mag-determine kung gaano din kalakas yung magiging impact kahit na naka 3X siya. Malalaman nyo or matitimplan ninyo sa sarili nyo kung gaano kalakas yung impact. Kumbaga, pupulsuhan nyo pa rin kung ano yung kakayanin ng kamay ninyo para ma-drive yung rivet. Then, considering na mag-install kayo ng rivet, another paraphernalia is yung ating rivet set. Ito yung ginagamit natin pang drive ng rivet. So, ito mga rivet set na to is may mga respective purposes din siya. So kung saan siya gagamitin, kung kay universal head ba siya, kay countersunk ba siya, kay round head ba siya. And para ma-determine nyo kung para saan siya is may mga naka-embed na marking dito kay rivet set na code. So take note yung code, kung natatandaan nyo, yung 470, yung 426, yung 430, kung ano yung mga code na yon, naka-specify siya dyan kay rivet set. Kapag sinabi natin 470, ibig sabihin, itong rivet set na to is intended for universal head rivet. Paano naman po yung size? Yung 470 na yon may nakadikit din sa kanya. So it's either in whole number form, pero in over 30 second yon or naka-specified na siya in actual size. Halimbawa, 1/8. 1/8, 330 second, 530 second, 316, and so on. So halimbawa, itong rivet na to is intended for 1/8. AN470-4 or AN470 1/8. So, ibig sabihin, itong rivet set na to is pang universal head and kay 1/8 only na rivet. Hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin kay 3/32 kasi masyado siyang malaki. Kapag pinilit mo siyang gamitin doon, ang tendency is yung plate yung madadamage. Kapag naman ginamit mo siya kay 5/32 or kay 3/16 rivet, chances are yung inyong rivet head mismo yung madadamage since hindi na siya fitted doon sa ulo ng rivet. And that only applies to your universal and round head. Pagdating kay countersunk, countersunk and flathead, since ang ating rivet head is flat surface, hindi mo na kailangan i-distinguish yung sizes, but rather as yung actual type niya. Yung head type niya na lang talaga ang magiging consideration dyan. Pwede mo bang gamitin yung rivet set ni countersunk kay universal? So pwede yon. Kaso nga lang, mafa-flat yung ulo ni universal head or yung ni round head. Pwede mo bang gamitin yung kay countersunk, yung kay round head or yung kay universal head doon kay ano, kay flathead or yung countersunk? Pwede rin. Kasi nga lang magkakaroon ng marking or damage doon sa mismong head ng universal ninyo. So again, take note yung pinaka mostly used sizes natin when it comes to the paraphernalia, regardless kung kay drill bit yan, kay drill bit, kay rivet set, or yung kay rivet, papasok na rin yung kay Cleco, you have your 3/32 inch, you have your 1/8 inch, you have your 5/32 inch, and you have your 3/16 inch. 3/16. Yan, 3/16 inch. So yan, yung 4 major sizes na ginagamit natin for aircraft. Pero, again, ang 3/32 natin, since siya pinakamaliit, hindi siya intended for your structural purposes. So ina-apply lang yan sa mga non-structural parts. So mag-start tayo from the skin kay 1/8 to 3/16. So nakadepende again kay SRM and kay manufacturer kung anong size yung ginagamit nila sa kanilang eroplano. So kung ito yung sizes ng rivet set, ito rin yung sizes ng drill nyo. So kung ito rin sizes ng drill nyo, automatically, ito rin yung gagamitin ninyong Cleco fastener. So again, yung Cleco fastener ninyo, as part of riveting paraphernalia, yung Cleco fastener nyo, ginagamit nyo alongside with yung Cleco plier. So yung fastener na to is used to temporarily attach yung dalawang plate. Gino-join niya together yan temporarily. Until such time na makabitan mo ng rivet, may sulaman ng rivet yung other parts, tsaka mo lang siya aalisin. So, itong ating mga Cleco fastener, again, is color-coded. So, itong si 3/32 is color silver. 1/8 is bronze. 5/32 nyo is black. And yung ating 3/16 is color gold. Ayan. So yung brands natin in gold, pag medyo bago pa, madi-distinguish nyo yan. Pero kapag medyo naluluma na, ang bronze nyo dapat is doon kayo sa medyo pa, medyo pa rusty. Pa rusty na yung actual color niya. So next is yung inyong drill, yung rivet gun for pop rivet or yung sa inyo mga special rivet. So a typical pop rivet, aka yung blind rivet ninyo, are used pop rivet yan is used to apply pop rivets to a workpiece. So again, itong generic na pop rivet gun is may mga intended sizes yan. May mga intended sizes yan na pinapalitan sa nguso. So this type of rivet gun is unique in its operation because it does not hammer the rivet into place. Rather, a pop rivet gun will form a rivet in place. So ito yung pinaka-primary purpose of your special rivet. So pwede kang gumamit ng pop rivet gun for your special rivet. Yun nga lang, since masyadong matitigas, marami sa mga special rivet natin for aircraft is matitigas, yung mismong ngipin ng pop rivet gun na generic na katulad nito is medyo masisira or mapupunit. Kaya may mga heavy duty na pang blind rivet gun na ginagamit for aircraft or may mga dinedevelop sila na specialized tool for your blind or special rivet. Lastly, you have your backing bar. Yung backing bar ninyo are used to form backtail. So siya yung sumasalo ng pressure or impact doon sa likod. So kumbaga, si rivet gun, yung nag-a-apply ng force, siya yung sumasangga sa likod para makompress yung inyong rivet doon sa actual plate para mag-lock siya doon sa actual plate. So they come in very different shapes and sizes. So backing bars are normally made from an alloy steel similar to tool steel. So again, yung nakikita niyo image ngayon for backing bar is hindi lang ganyan yung itsura niya, but rather as may mga different sizes yan intended for its purposes. Lalo na kapag hindi accessible yung area and doon kayo magre-rivet, then that's the time na gagamit kayo ng another set or form of your backing bar. So question po. Question so far dun sa ating basic tools and equipment for sheet metal.
None po, sir.
Okay. So if none, okay, if wala nang tanong, pwede na nating i-end itong ating lesson for today. See you tomorrow. So ang topic natin para bukas is about aluminum alloy naman since we're already done with the